Number 1. Canada, United States. 8,893 kilometers or 5,525 miles. Canada, the world's second largest country, and the United States' fourth largest, share the longest international border between two countries in the world. The border has two segments from north to south, along Alaska, the largest state in the US, and Yukon in Canada, and from east to west, along 12 other US states and 7 Canadian provinces. Canada shares a land border only with the United States, while the United States shares a second land border with Mexico. Number 2. Russia, Kazakhstan. 6,846 kilometers or 4,254 miles. Russia is the largest country in the world. It has a total length of land borders of just over 20,000 kilometers or 12,427 miles, shared with 14 countries. Its longest land border, which is also the world's second longest land border, is with Kazakhstan, its neighbor to the south and the world's 9th largest country. Number 3. Argentina, Chile. 5,300 kilometers or 3,293 miles, Argentina is the 8th largest country in the world, and while Chile is much smaller than Argentina, about a quarter of its size, its long narrow form puts their shared border as the 3rd longest in the world. Number 4. China, Mongolia. 4,677 kilometers or 2,906 miles. China is the 3rd largest country in the world, and with a total land borders of 22,147 kilometers or 13,761 miles, shared with 16 countries, it's bound to be listed here a few times. China's longest border is with its neighbor to the north, Mongolia, which also shares one of the world's longest borders with its neighbor to the north, Russia. Number 5. India, Bangladesh. 4,053 kilometers or 2,518 miles. India is the 7th largest country in the world and 3rd largest in Asia. It has borders with 7 countries, but the longest border is with the small country of Bangladesh, which is around 5% of the size of India. The reason for that is that the India-Bangladesh border is split into 199 different segments, created by the 92 Bangladeshi enclaves inside India and 106 Indian enclaves inside Bangladesh. Number 6. Russia, China. 3,645 kilometers or 2,265 miles. Backed China and Russia, despite the fact that Mongolia and Kazakhstan stand between those two giant countries, they still share a mutual border long enough to be the 6th longest in the world. Number 7. Russia, Mongolia. 3,543 kilometers or 2,201 miles. Amazingly, 3 of Russia's 14 land borders are among the world's 10 longest land borders. And like Kazakhstan and China before, this border is also with a neighboring country to the south. As to Mongolia, it only has 2 land borders with Russia and China, but both are among the longest in the world. Number 8. Brazil, Bolivia. 3,400 kilometers or 2,112 miles. Back to South America, Brazil is the 5th largest country in the world and shares a land border with 10 countries. Its longest land border is with Bolivia. Number 9. China, India. 3,380 kilometers or 2,100 miles. The China-India border is China's 3rd longest land border and India's 2nd longest. The border between the countries is in more than a single section, and the main section is the line of actual control around the Kashmir region, which includes many disputed parts. Number 10. United States, Mexico. 3,141 kilometers or 1,951 miles. While the United States shares a land border only with Canada and Mexico, Mexico itself shares borders with the United States, Guatemala and Belize. This border is the most frequently crossed international boundary in the world, with around 350 million legal crossings every year. The United States put up a barrier along this border trying to stop the flow of illegal immigrants. The barrier is a series of walls, fences, sensors and cameras.